Hello everybody, and welcome to CLAldridge Art. As you may have noticed, my voice is a little tenuous today, but I have had some happy mail into the studio and I just didn't want to wait to open it, so I thought I'd do it here with you on camera. The first thing are some books that I won over at A Colorful Life the other day. Anne was very kindly giving away a number of her books. And Jenny Lewan is a member of my artist group and a wonderful young lady who does the most adorable art. Now, Jenny is a fine artist, but she also does anime, and she does it really beautifully. And so when Anne had a copy of the Anime Girls 3 that she was giving away in a lot, I definitely bid on that, or put my number in for it, because look at how gorgeous Jenny's art is. Now she also has Chibi Girls. Let's see here. Well, hang on. So these are the Anime Doodle Girls, and there are 3 books, I think, in this series. I'll just keep flipping because I want you to see it. And I'm going to put links for all of these, the ones that I can find, in below. But I love, as a matter of fact, I love Jenny's logo, company logo. But these are her other books. Let's see, where are we? So there's Anime Doodle Girls, the original. Then there's Volume 2. There. Then she did a Mandala Doodle book, which I think is really cool. And this is her Chibi Doodle Whimsy characters. I love the little girl riding on the snail. I do apologize for my voice. I'm not quite certain where it went, but it definitely got up and walked out on me today. This is Chibi Doodle Whimsy Characters Volume 2. Little mermaid with a crayon. And this is her Whimsical Doodle Owl in the egg. And she's also done some journals and Anime Doodle Fantasy Characters. That was another book. So she's done quite a few books, and I love it. The second book, I'm not gonna talk about that one first. The second book, and this one is really why I wanted this stack of books, and I was so delighted to have actually won it, is Sacred Animals by Lydia Hess. I'm gonna do a complete flip through on this, but just to give you an idea of what the art is like in it. And it's got each of the animals and what they mean. Like the stag is for growth. I love this woodcut type drawing. I always have. And so I will do a complete flip on this and show it to you all. I do want to make sure that it is still available. It was published by Harper Elixir, so it is an imprint of HarperCollins. So I know that sometimes their books do go out of print. The next one came as a bit of a surprise. It's called Monster Tease Pinups, and look who it is by. It is by Deborah Muller. And this one sort of surprised me. I was not prepared for it. Of course, Deborah is our lovely chubby mermaid artist. She does have over 70 books to choose from. I first became aware of her because my friend Sue, who draws Christian coloring books, really loved her for the Christian coloring books that Deborah has drawn, which aren't my cup of tea, but might be yours. But then to see her go all the way to the other side to this one. Now, I'm not going to flip this book. There's nothing indecent in it, but it is a little more risque than I am comfortable with. So I'll just leave that at that. This one is another one that I absolutely love. I love Tatiana Bogima-Stolova anyway, but I love her vintage classics work. It just really goes to show what a talented artist she is. She is, of course, the artist behind the Little Towns books, but this is where, at least to me, her work really shines, is in the Nice Little Town, is in this kind of art right here. So, and I love this book. So I am just so pleased, once again, to have won the series of 5 books. Now, let's talk about this. In what other world could a story about a man and a woman who desert their babies in the woods and leave them in the hands of a serial killer, not once but twice, be considered a adorable story? Yes, folks, it is Hansel and Gretel. If you are unfamiliar with the story, of course, this is our lovely little girl and little boy. Obviously, that's Hansel, and this is Gretel. And this, oh, there they are. Cute. Their father is a woodsman. This is obviously his second wife. They're too poor to feed their children. So she forces him to take them into the woods and leave them all alone, hoping that they won't be able to find their way home. This understandably makes Gretel cry. But Hansel is smart, so he goes outside, picks up some rocks, and the next day, when they go out into the woods, where they are knowing that they're going to be abandoned, he puts little rocks down and ultimately is able to find his way home after they're abandoned in the woods. So he follows the rocks home with his sister, and Dad is, of course, who is a little reluctant to give up his kids, is great to see, happy to see them. But Mom, obviously a wicked stepmom, a wicked stepmom, is not so thrilled. So the next day, she plots and she plans, and she makes them take him back out into the woods. Only this time her plan is they're going to go so far that they won't be able to find their way back. And she figured out what happened, and so she prevents Hansel from going outside and won't let him get any more rocks. So instead, he sprinkles breadcrumbs. But of course, the birds come and eat the breadcrumbs. So he and Gretel are stuck overnight in the woods. They're lost. They're upset. They're crying. They can't find their way home for 3 whole days. Then they come across a beautiful gingerbread house where there's lots of good things to eat and a lovely little old lady. The only problem is she is a murderer and a cannibal, and her plan is to eat Gretel and Hansel. But she has to fatten them up first. So she gives them a lovely bed to sleep in and sets about making her plans. She locks up Hansel. She forces Gretel into slave labor. And she tells them that they have to fatten her brother up so that she can cook him. And so her brother is smart. Once again, he puts a chicken bone out for her to feel because she's about half blind. And so she's getting more and more upset because he's not gaining any weight, and she's giving him all this food, and he's eating her out of house and home. So she decides she's going to cook him anyway. So she forces Gretel to go out and get lots of firewood so she can put it in the oven. And her plan is to shove Gretel in the oven too. Only Gretel is wise. She's smart. She fights back. She pushes the old lady in the oven. So, now, she frees her brother and everything's fine. So, they look around this old lady's house because now, of course, the old lady is dead. They find her treasure chest. They fill their pockets with as much as they can carry, and they bring it home to their dad. They were gone for 4 weeks. A nice swan brings them home. And of course, during that 4 weeks, Providence has it that the mean, old, nasty, horrible stepmother is dead. And everybody lived happily ever after. And this, of course, is illustrated by the wonderful Fabiano Anastasio. A Grimm's fairy tale is a Grimm's fairy tale. Okay, now to get started on this one. Now, before I open anything here, actually I have, this is not my first attempt at making this. My voice just keeps coming and going, but Jill and I share an affinity for dragons. When I was drawing Dragons, Flowers, and Mandalas Oh My, Jill sent me these two wonderful books. One is the Great Book of Dragon Patterns, and the other one was, of course, the Great Book of Celtic Patterns. And these books have proved wonderful for reference for not only the Dragons book, but also for many other projects that I've got going on. So that is cool. Then, earlier this week, now first off, I don't know what I've done right, but Jill, you're spoiling me. She sent me the Lumina Chronicles, which we talked about in my last video. And then today, this arrived. And so, Jill does a lot of different things. She does a lot of mixed media work and has made me over the years and sent a number of those really cool books, with like journals, I don't want to call them junk journals because they're not junk. I mean, I've got them in my treasures box and I don't put junk in my treasures box, but they're really cool. They've got little sayings and they're just charming. But at any rate, so let's see what's here. When the world looks at a dragon, all it is able to see is a creature full of fire and fury, only to be feared. But the person brave enough to approach the dragon and look deeply into its eye is able to see within it a beautiful heart that's only flame is love. I just think that is beautiful. That is really, really beautiful. Thank you, Jill. What a sweet thing. Okay. Now, what is in this? I say this like I don't know, right? I do know, but it is so worth going over again. Look at how gorgeous, and look at how gorgeous this is. This is paper, mixed media paper, but look, it's got gold foiling on it. And look, this one's purple and blue, and this is gorgeous browns. And this is Purr Kitties. This has got like a pearl finish, like a pearlescent finish. Meow and Purr. I think that is so cool. This is all my colors, man. I mean, all my colors. I love this. And look, it's got zhuzh on it. It's got sparkles. These are just gorgeous. These look like handmade papers. This is translucent. And it's like a check pattern, but it's translucent, see? And look at how gorgeous these are. Oh my goodness. So this is, I guess, not ephemera. This is the stuff you make ephemera with. But all these beautiful papers. Now, I am not into mixed media, but I think that, and this is a card, I think that mixed media might be in my future, because I am telling you what, I love every single one of these. Absolutely every single one. So those are cards. This one is also obviously a handmade paper. This is like tissue paper. That is so cool. And I love these colors. These are napkins. This is right up my alley. This is right up my alley. There's a crab. And, ooh, look, stars. It's like a red kerchief. And look at this. Now this also is tissue paper. So there's all kinds. There's this gorgeous aqua blue, like water green, mint green, and this. Look at how beautiful that is. My goodness. Okay, so adding mixed media to my list of things I want to do. That's like red leather almost. That is so cool. And look at that. That's like a watercolor ocean. And a sky with the sun. That's way cool. Okay, those are really nice. I was thinking the other day that I might want to do some mixed media. And then I thought, but I don't want to go through, having to collect all this stuff. So this is like, oh my goodness. This is, oh my goodness. I love these. Okay. And this is the only other one that I know what it is. Because I got this far on the last recording before I broke down and could not go another second. The voice is holding out a little bit better this time. And you can tell because the tape is already broken on it. But this says, it says, look inside, then read this. And I gotta tell you, I had a heck of a time getting this back in the box. It's all staging, man. So this, and look at it, it's adorable. It's just adorable. This is a little dragon, and he's got little ears. And this is what it says. He's got little horns and his little ears. And he's roaring. And now I can take this off. He's being strangled by it. Make it go away. Make it go away. There we go. Alright, so he's roaring. So this is what this says. Now this is a joke. And Jill, let me tell you, I'll tell you, after I read this, if I make it all the way through, I'll tell you why it's so funny. It says, Dear Christine, when your work leaves you frustrated and people make you cross, when life just seems unfair, when you reach for a cup of hot coffee and reality hits you hard, you are out of coffee. Yikes, you just can't take any more. Just look at this fellow and he'll give you a clue what to do. Square your shoulder, clear your throat, throw your head back, and roar. Isn't that a bit better? Now all you need to do is make yourself again. Get up, get out the door, and get more coffee. Jill. Now, Jill knows by now that I am notorious for, of course, running out of coffee, but it's never a function of I didn't go get it. It's always a function of not, the budget didn't stretch to it last time I was at the store. So, earlier this week, as a matter of fact, it was, I poured the last bit on Sunday, the 19th, and I had forgotten that Monday was a holiday, and so I was hoping that my Etsy money would be there on Monday, but it wasn't. So I was actually out of coffee from about Sunday afternoon all the way through to Wednesday morning. Which is why this is so funny. Because I was believe me, I did a fair amount of roaring. But this little guy is going to have a treasured spot right up here on top of my computer. And every time I look at him, Jill, I'm going to think of you. And I'm going to roar, and I'm going to make sure that I always keep... I do those surveys every morning, which you can... you get Amazon gift cards or, Walmart gift cards. So if I've got one resolution at all, it's going to be to always have a couple of those gift cards hanging around in case I need coffee at Walmart. It's so cute. I just love that, and I love the idea that goes along with it. So he's going to live right up there on top of my computer. And thank you, my dear. That is so thoughtful. Now, what is this? This is one of my favorite things, an Altoids tin. Only this one is decorated. Oh, how cool. Oh, how very, very cool. Look, it's got cats on it. And it's got velvet. And look at the bling around the edge. She even painted the bottom of it. Copper. Wow. See the hinges on the back. For your cat's personal stash, meow. Oh, Coriander. Oh, Coriander. Oh, Coriander. That's catnip. Oh, I recognize that. That is catnip. Oh, look, she sent you something, honey. Thank goodness it's in a sealed bag, let me tell you. Oh, I love that. Oh, that cat is going to be happy, happy, happy. You want some catnip? No. Okay, yeah. All right, no, we're not gonna. She's sleeping right now. We're not gonna disturb that. Jill, thank you. Catnip for the cats. I love it. Just because I know you will use it and I didn't. Pearl X Pigment Turquoise. I actually will use it, and I do actually have a jar of it myself. But yes, one can never have too much Pearl X at all. I love that. Thank you, Jill. Guys, this is what I use to make my watercolor metallic pigments, is Pearl X mixed with some gum arabic. So that will always come in handy, and it will definitely get used here in the studio. Uh-oh. Oh. Don't want to save that, no. No, not really. Oh, now these are the good rubber bands. Oh, yes. I can't believe rubber bands. I'm always out of rubber bands. What in the world? Okay. What does this say? This reminds me of old flocked Christmas wrap. Oh my goodness. Oh, look. Oh, look. Yes. It's got that feeling like velvet. Like this is, oh, look. Oh. Oh, is that cool or what? Oh my goodness. Oh, look at how gorgeous these are. These are, I mean, these are right up my taste alley. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. What is that made out of? Washable, peelable, pre-pasted, paperback, solid vinyl. That's why it feels like that. This is wallpaper. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's turn that over so that you can see that against something white. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, look at how beautiful those are. Can you tell this? I love this style of drawing. I have always loved this style of drawing. Oh my goodness. These are amazing, Jill. These are absolutely amazing. These are so up my alley. Oh my goodness. Look, even my voice came back from this. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, with all that pattern in it. I'm sorry about the glare, but oh, it is so gorgeous. Oh, and look at, oh my, sorry. I know I keep saying this, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jill. Oh my gosh. These are so gorgeous. I would actually paper my walls with any one of these. Well, maybe not this one, but I'd certainly put that on a bed. And I'd actually cover a chair with this. Oh. These are incredible. Wow. These are wow. Wait, let's see what's else. Let's see, because there's something in here. Oh, look at what we got here. Okay. So this, oh my goodness. Look at this. Good heavens. That's like 3 feet of I don't know. That's 3 feet of foil wrapping paper. Oh, and then look at this one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. This is really beautiful. These are so beautiful. These are so... I haven't seen one that I don't like yet. And that's... Jill, let me tell you how hard that is to do. That is really hard to do. But I have not seen one that I don't like at all. Oh. Oh, 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 look at... Oh my goodness. Are you seeing this, guys? Whoops. Trying to get as much of it in there as I can. Whoops. There we go. Look at how... I mean, there is not a bad one in the bunch. Look at how gorgeous these are. Oh, heavens. Oh, Jill, you have got the best taste. Oh, I absolutely adore these. Absolutely adore every single one of them. Oh, look. And this is even... Wow. That is really incredible. Those are really, really incredible. This is just... Look at that. Just for the art alone. I mean, that is just amazing. Wow, honey. That is amazing. Okay. Is there anything else in there that I need to look at? No. Okay, I got it all. Wow. Oops. Now, of course, I have to roll it all back up. Jill, thank you so very, very much. These are all absolutely incredible. And I guess I'm going to have to do some mixed media. I see mixed media in my future. That is just amazing. Okay. I won't make everybody watch all of this. I will just simply say, Jill, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. You definitely brought a smile to my face. You brightened my day. Thank you for thinking of me. And sending me all this stuff to sort of inspire, and you do that for me. You do that for a lot of us. I know that you do a lot of trading back and forth with Anne, and I know that you are involved in all of that. you just made me feel so special. Thank you, honey. Thank you so very, very much. And until we meet again on Sunday, everybody, for a color and chat, color something pretty. And in the meantime, I'm going to roll all these gorgeous papers back up, and then I am going to send ooh and ah at them because, wow, they are just incredible. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.